Hello, football fans, and welcome back to the XFL Fan Zone. Well, we finally have our TV deal for the upcoming XFL season for February, March, and April. It is a pretty big TV deal and a very nice one. This blows what the Alliance Football League had away. This is a deal they needed to have and didn't. Let's get to it. First big contract goes to ABC and ESPN. So we're going to get a main alphabet network and the biggest sports cable network there is on the planet in the United States. The second contract goes to the Fox Sports Network and also their Fox Sports cable outlets. So we have 4 big outlets here that are going to be broadcasting the XFL on Saturday and Sunday, and even a couple of Thursday night games coming up for this season here. Let's get to it. Clearly, the executives in the XFL wanted most of these games on the main networks, and out of the 43 games that will be broadcast, 24 of them are going to be on ABC and Fox. That is about 56%, give or take a couple percent. That's quick math off the top of my head. So that is pretty good, and it looks like these networks have a lot more faith in Vince McMahon this time, to the point where all these networks are going to pick up the production cost for the XFL, which is about $400,000 a game. That's pretty big. So they're going to give this league a chance to make some money so they can continue, because Vince has put 3 years of his own money into this league. So Vince had the capital. The networks were willing to deal with the production cost. It looks like the XFL will handle the sponsorships at the actual sports venues of all these stadiums. And let's see. Oh, it looks like the championship game will be held the day after the NFL draft, Saturday, April 26th, 3 p.m. on the ESPN network. So even though the majority of the games will be held on the main networks, ESPN does get the championship game. Let's take a look at the schedule. Now, the Saturday schedule is pretty good because it's pretty much going to be the same for 7 of the 10 weeks. This is pretty big. Now, we'll just start with the Saturday schedule. The first game is going to be 2 p.m. on the ABC network. They will hold the inaugural game. And then it looks like, I'm not sure if it's 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., but Fox Network will hold the late game on Saturday. And it's going to be like this for weeks 1 through 5 and week 7 and 8, where all games are going to be 2 p.m. and either 5 or 6 p.m. Those are good times. I like those times very much. And week 6 is going to be the only small difference. ABC will have the early game at 2 p.m. and the Fox Sports 2 network will cover that game. That'll be the only broadcast on the Fox Sports 2 network, is that Saturday game at 6 p.m. on week 6. Week 9 and 10 we're gonna have 2 Thursday night football games at 8 p.m. on the Fox network. We'll have 1 Saturday game on the ABC network at 2 p.m. and the 2 Sunday games will be on ESPN and Fox Sports 1 at 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. on week 9, and 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. on the final Sunday of the game. It looks like ESPN will have the first game April 5th and carry the second game April 12th, and Fox Sports 1 will cover those 2 games. As I said, ESPN will have the championship game, and the 2 semifinal playoff games will be on the Fox Network and ESPN. Now, as far as the Sunday games go, the times are going to be pretty much the same every week. It looks like 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. on the Fox and ESPN network for the first Saturday. Second Sunday will be 3 and 6 p.m. on ABC and Fox Sports 1. ESPN and Fox Sports 1 the following week, and it's pretty much they're going to flip back and forth, Fox Sports 1 and ESPN 2. ESPN 2 will have their only broadcast on week 4, the 7 p.m. game on Sunday, March 1st. Actually, they'll have 2. Week 6, they'll have another one. So, but most of the games are going to be on ESPN, and Looks like Fox Sports 1 for the main cable networks, which is pretty huge, if you ask me. AAF, eat your heart out, and of course the Saturday games, ABC and Fox. Great job on Oliver Luck and Vince McMahon and the NFL executives for getting this TV deal up. Now, as far as the money goes, they haven't released numbers on how much they get paid. The other big thing is the networks will get to choose their own broadcast. If you remember the old XFL, if you're old enough, we had Jim Ross and Jesse Body Ventura calling football games. Is one of the major downfalls of the XFL. Although entertaining, it wasn't really football like the diehard fans wanted. That's it for the TV deal. Tomorrow we're going to know who the next head coach and general manager for XFLA is. According to Orange County Register, they were rumored to be Mike McCoy or Jim Moore Jr. I wouldn't hold my breath on that rumor, as we found out about Jim Haslett going to St. Louis. And I guess it looks like June they're going to name the logos, the colors, and the team names for all 8 XFL teams. And that'll be probably the final big announcement before they start prepping for the draft in October. And of course, after tomorrow, there's only one coaching job available. That'll be XFL Houston. Now, some other football notes. The Arena Football League also signed a deal with ESPN about 4 days ago, it looks like. Terms not disclosed, so if you like arena football, like XFL football, you know where to go now. They got some pretty big contracts. I mean, there are quite a few arena football leagues, but it looks like the AFL is going to be the biggest one. I'm not a big into the arena football league anyway. It's entertaining, it's fun, but I like my football the old-fashioned way. And nothing new on the Freedom Football League right now. Like I said, Mike Jones was named coach of the St. Louis Independents. They're going to have 10 teams. Nothing else has been disclosed right now. So that is your latest football news. We're going to talk to you tomorrow. Well, actually, probably Wednesday because of work. The press conference is scheduled for 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which is about 11:30 LA time. So we're going to find out who XFLA coach is. I imagine the press conference will be at the StubHub Center, where they will be playing, and also the home of the LA Chargers. So there's some rivalries brewing in LA. I'm not feeling having 3 professional football teams in LA, but we'll see how that's going to work out. So let me know what you think. Are you excited? I am. I can tell you right now, as soon as they announce those team names and colors, I'm getting myself a couple of XFL New York jerseys away and home, and I'll be going to a few games this year. It's about an 80-mile trip for me here, so I will give you live coverage when I can. I will show you some highlights and give you my experience. I'm also trying to plan a trip down to Washington, D.C. for the New York D.C. game, so we'll see how that goes. Let me know what you think. We'll talk to you football fans later, and things are looking more promising than the AAF. Talk to you later, everyone.